It's 2026, and if you are looking to do your first fix and flip, save this video. I'm gonna have a lot of information in here, and it's gonna make your life a lot easier when it comes to investing. I'm Justin Renner. Welcome to Just in Time Lending. I'm gonna show you how majority of my investors have been getting these properties under contract and what they do step by step. First off, you're gonna wanna know which city you are gonna be investing in. Most of the time, it's best to pick the city that you are living in or at least nearby. It's very difficult to manage a property when you are in a different state. It's not impossible, but especially if you're first time getting into it, you don't really have the resources, the connections. It's best to find a home within about 30 minutes to an hour of where you live. After that, you're gonna wanna at least save about $30,000. Preferably more, it'll put you in a better position, but a hard money lender is gonna wanna see about $30,000 at least. I would recommend, if you have a job, sticking with that job, making sure you still have that source of income, and using that $30,000 as a way to get a hard money lender's attention for them to want to do a deal with you. Maybe you have more than $30,000, but it's not all in your bank account. You don't have to liquidate if it's in stocks. I can't speak for every lender, but in our case, we're going to give a certain percentage allocated. It depends on what you're invested in. That way you don't have to sell those funds and put them in your bank account. That's a big misconception. Even if we're going into the crypto age. If you have cryptocurrency, that can be used as liquidity as well. It's got to be in a good one. It's got to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. If you show up with some random meme coin, I'm not going to count it. But this way, if you are invested in cryptocurrency and you don't want to sell, you can still have that, and that can be used as a portion, maybe about 50% allocation value for that. That way you don't have to liquidate. All right, so you've picked your market. You have your funds saved up. Next, you're going to want to contact a lender and get a proof of funds letter. Usually, at least in my case, I usually just have them send me their most recent bank statement and or if they have the investment accounts. And based on that amount, I will issue a proof of funds letter. This is what you're going to need when you're going shopping for the next step. Where are you going to find the deal? I recommend joining a bunch of Facebook groups or the area that you're going to want to invest in. Look up off-market properties, distressed properties, wholesaler groups, fix and flip. All these groups, you're going to find deals that are on there that are being published. And the next people that I recommend connecting with is wholesalers individual or wholesale firms. These are the signs you see, we pay cash for your home. Those are wholesalers. You want to contact them, get on their list. They'll send you deals. They'll send a ton of deals to your email. They're not all going to be great deals, but you'll find them, and that's where you're going to find the off-market deals. Now, how do you know if it's a good deal? That's the next step. What I recommend doing is taking the purchase price of that deal, the asking price, add what the rehab budget is, whatever they tell you it is, add at least $10,000, and then take that number and divide it by the after repair value. If it's less than 70%, you have an incredible deal. If it's in the mid 70s, it's a solid good deal. If it's high 70s, it's okay. If it's in the mid 80s, I don't think you would want to take that deal. You'd have to be in and out very, very quickly. That percentage will help you, but the 70% is where you'd want to be at in that realm. Again, if it's lower than that, I would recommend validating that, because that most likely is not an actual number, but occasionally it is. Another good idea is to connect with investor agents. These are realtors that work with investors. I have some that if you're interested, I can connect you with. And they're going to do that hard work for you, where they're looking through all the off-market properties. They know what a good deal looks like. They're going to go walk the property, make sure it's what it looks like online, and they'll have your back. So having an investor agent is very critical. Yes, you're going to pay a little bit of a fee, but it can be absolutely worth it as far as the time saved that it takes for them to find these deals, sift through them, and bring them to you. And then what you'll do is you'll place a cash offer and close within the timeline that your lender says it can take. Normally, if you do a cash offer closing within 10 to 12 days, that's a very appealing offer. It's quick. And so what you'll do is, as soon as you have it under contract, throw in the application with your lender, and within a day or two, they should be able to tell you if you're approved and if you have a good deal on your hands. So if you do have an option period, if you're able to negotiate that, that'll be helpful for you as well. A 2 to 3 day option period is plenty of time. Lastly, you want to find good general contractors. These are going to be people that have no problem sending you references of deals they've done, people they've worked with. They're going to be proud of their work. And if you vet a contractor and they end up being legit, this is going to be absolutely crucial to your performance as a fix and flipper. The deal can be right, the numbers can be right, you can have the greatest loan terms ever, but if you have a bad contractor or bad team, the whole deal can fall apart, and you may never want to do fix and flip again. So it's very important on your first flip to have all these things in place. You're going to make mistakes, give yourself grace, but at the end of the day, having a good contractor, having the liquidity to handle it, having a good investor agent to find you these deals, connecting with good wholesalers, finding these deals on groups, and not just taking the numbers that are provided for you immediately, but having the lender vet it for you, finding a lender that's got your back, that will tell you if it's a good deal, that's not just trying to close a loan, but actually is looking out for you as a person, then you're going to be in a lot better position here and going into 2026. Now that you have seen this video, I hope you feel a lot more confident on what steps to take next. Thank you for watching. I have my contact information listed below in the comments. If you're needing funding for a Texas property, I'm happy to help. I'll let you know if it's a good or bad deal. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.